All right, Emma. So, I've been seeing bits and bobs about this grey divorce thing pop up, and it's caught my eye. What's really going on with it all? It sounds a bit grim, doesn't it?
Oh, James, it's wild, honestly. You'd think with the overall divorce rate actually being at a 50-year low, things are generally calmer, right? But then you look at folks over 50 and it's like a whole different ballgame. The term gray divorce isn't just like a catchy phrase, it's a massive trend. The rate for people over 50 has literally doubled since 1990. Doubled. And for those over 65, it's tripled. Seriously, right now, 40% of all divorces in the US are people 50 or older. It's kind of mind-boggling.
Bloody hell, that's quite a jump, isn't it? I mean, when you think about couples who've been together for decades, you sort of assume they're in it for the long haul, past the kids, past the initial struggles. What on earth is prompting this then? Is it just a new thing people are doing?
Well, that's what Dr. Susan Brown, who actually helped coin the term, has been researching. It's not just a whim, it's a perfect storm of social and demographic shifts that are just hitting these long-term marriages really hard. It's fascinating, actually, when you dig into it. First point, honestly, is this whole shift in what we expect from marriage. It used to be this lifelong institution, come what may, right? But now people are really looking for personal fulfillment, deep companionship. If that's missing after like 30 years, divorce isn't seen as this huge failure anymore. It's more like, why stay if I'm not happy for the next 20 years?
Right, so it's not just enduring it anymore. You want actual joy. That makes sense. But is it mostly one side instigating this, or is it mutual?
That actually brings me to the second big factor, women's financial independence. Most women are in the workforce now, and that financial freedom gives them the power to leave an unsatisfying marriage. They're just not economically dependent like they used to be, you know? And then the third thing, which is a massive one, is longer life expectancy. Like Dr. Brown put it, if you're 65, you've probably got another 20 years. That's a long time to spend with someone you're just not that into anymore. Susan Guthrie, the family law attorney, said she used to remember every 40-year marriage that ended because it was so rare. Now, it's just common. People just grow apart, especially after the kids leave or they retire.
Wow. So it's this combination of wanting more from life, women having the means to pursue it, and simply having more life to live. That's quite a potent mix, isn't it? But what does it actually feel like for those going through it?
It's a huge emotional hit, James. Psychotherapist Lori Gottlieb talks about how profoundly disorienting it is. You lose that predictability, that imagined future, retiring together, family holidays, financial security. It all just vanishes, you know? It's replaced by this daunting unknown. It's a significant grief, almost like mourning a death, but the person is still, like, around.
Blimey, that's a tough one, isn't it? I mean, to grieve someone who's still there, still potentially in your life, but not as your partner, that must be incredibly confusing and painful.
Absolutely. And then there's the financial side, which is equally brutal, sometimes even harder to recover from. Dr. Brown mentioned that a couple's wealth, all their lifetime savings, is typically cut in half. For women especially, their standard of living often drops more sharply than for men. But men aren't spared either. They face significant financial setbacks and often struggle more with social and emotional isolation because many relied solely on their wives for companionship.
So you lose your partner, half your money, and potentially your entire social network. That's a triple whammy. It's a lot to process. What are the actual stories of people who've gone through this then?
Oh, the stories are so powerful. Take Lori, for example. She was blindsided when her husband of 28 years asked for a divorce after his father's death. He told her he needed to live his life. She spoke about feeling this unexpected shame and embarrassment, like others were judging her, even though she knew she was, quote, an amazing wife. And then there's Gabriella, who's in the really early, painful stages. Husband asked for a divorce 14 months ago after 21 years with two young kids.
Gosh, that shame aspect, that's a universal feeling, isn't it? Regardless of fault. It's like society still casts a shadow. What about someone who initiated it or found some peace?
Well, Mary Jane's story offers a different perspective. Her husband ended their 26-year marriage unexpectedly, but after a year of intense grieving and spiritual practices, she emerged happier than ever. She said, "It's not a new chapter, it's an entirely new book." Her daughter Kayla, even confirmed that their family, though different, is now closer and filled with more laughter. And Joanne, she actually made the choice to leave after 30 years once her children were grown. She realized she had more years ahead and wanted to be happy, even moving across the country and reconnecting with an old boyfriend. It shows there can be a beyond. Oh, that's incredibly insightful. A gray divorce has a huge impact on adult children too. Addison, an editor, shared how her parents' divorce and subsequent remarriages were deeply disorienting. She felt her grief was invalid because she was an adult, but she was mourning the loss of her family unit and the future she'd always imagined. It really shook her foundation.
Oh, that's incredibly insightful. You almost expect adults to just deal with it, but it still hits deep. It's like the rug's been pulled out, even if you're standing on your own 2 feet, isn't it? What's that called emotionally?
Exactly. Kayla, Mary Jane's daughter, echoed that, describing the feeling of the family centerpiece being shattered. Dr. Brown calls it family boundary ambiguity. It's where roles and relationships suddenly need to be redefined. And it's not a one-time thing. This process continues, especially when parents find new partners. It's a constant adjustment for everyone involved, and it highlights why it's so important to have a strategy for what comes next, not just for the couple, but for the entire family unit. So, what's the game plan if you find yourself in this situation? Susan Guthrie emphasizes having a strategy beyond. Look past the divorce itself to the beyond. Have a vision for your future, financially, emotionally, logistically, and let that guide your decisions during the settlement process. Don't just react.
That's solid advice. Think ahead. And if you're just feeling completely overwhelmed, as I imagine many are, where do you even start? Like the first step?
Lori Gottlieb strongly recommends not suffering in silence. Talk to someone, a trusted therapist, coach, or friend, to process those complex emotions. You need to talk about it, she says. And if you feel paralyzed, take tiny steps forward. Action begets action. It could be as simple as calling a friend, taking a walk, or seeking initial legal advice. Ask yourself, what can I do now that I couldn't do before? And really important, acknowledge the grief. It comes in waves, there's no set timeline, and it's okay to have bad days. The goal isn't to avoid the pain, but to move through it while building a new life. And for adult children, parents need to acknowledge their grief too. Their feelings are valid, regardless of age.
Excellent points, Emma. So it's about courage, planning, and allowing yourself to feel what you feel, all while moving towards a new, hopefully happier future. Brilliant. Thanks for shedding light on this, really.
Before we wrap up today, I just wanted to share a special message. This podcast is proudly sponsored by J360club.com. We're a community for those committed to a better world. If you want to enhance your social and economic well-being and share our values, I really encourage you to join us today. All it takes is a quick one-time registration. If any of what we discussed today resonated with you, if for the first time the path to real wealth feels clear and not confusing, then please do 3 things for me right now. Head over to https://j360club.com to learn more, and then 1. Subscribe to this podcast. We dive deeper into these frameworks every single week, and you truly do not want to miss out on any of the upcoming insights and discussions. 2. Take a screenshot of this episode right now, post it on your Instagram or LinkedIn stories, and be sure to tag me in your comment. Tell me what feeling you want to sell. I'll be replying to as many of you as I possibly can, offering feedback and advice. 3. Share this episode with just one person. Share it with that friend you're always brainstorming with, or that colleague who you know is truly meant for more, because the very best way to solidify your own knowledge is always to share it with others.